Okay, YouTube pleasantries. Hello, I am Tidbit, she, her. I play video games, I do art, and we are currently playing through the Apollo Justice Trilogy. I do this every Monday, noon PST. And look, the chat's coming to life. The first one to get into chat today was Lazy Biscuit. Well done. The finale! Yes! Oh, gosh. I don't know why. It really feels like I just did this stream yesterday, but I know exactly what happened yesterday, and it wasn't stream. So, let's get on to it. Let's see where this all goes. Turnabout Revolution. Oh yeah, what happened recently? I am so lost. Feels like yesterday, emotionally, but I don't remember a gosh darn thing. Please don't acknowledge whoever is in first. You know what that's gonna make me do. I know exactly what that's gonna make you do, Marshy. And I want that. I want engagement. And I am going to be... I'm gonna do what I can to get it. Being that Queen Amara yet lives, we can no longer charge the accused with an assassination that never came to fruition. As for the murder of Minister Inga, the truth has been laid bare for all to see. Therefore, I will now pass judgment upon the accused Mr. Dirk Sadbaki. And then frickin' Rafa popped in. Your benevolence? I cannot accept this. Is something the matter, your benevolence? Queen Amara is lying. It makes no sense. Queen Amara would not have killed my father. What is with her all of a sudden? Is this some sort of lingering affection towards Nana? Affection. Rafa. Speak the truth, Queen Amara! Did you really kill my father? Okay, so let go and move on is Garan. And so, if I bring it back to a more calm place, yes, there is no mistake. She has confessed to the crime, thereby clearing the accused of all suspicion. As such, I see no need to continue these proceedings. Imagine you pause the game literally right before it's over. It's just going to be a giant cutscene after this. Barthead! Hornhead! Are you gonna let this stand? Dirk's been proven innocent, and he's about to be declared not guilty. Even so, something doesn't feel right. Apollo, if you have any doubts, now's the time to raise them. After all, the courtroom is a place for finding the whole truth. But it's all up to you. There are definitely things that don't quite add up. Does this mean that the whole truth hasn't been brought to light yet? Should I push to continue this trial? Game saved. Let it end here. Is this the right thing to do? Dirk's been proven innocent, so there's that. But every last bit of the truth really come out here today? No, it came out yesterday. It literally says day 2 of the trial. Goodstrom, see you next week. Yep. But then there's the question of just, do we continue next week with the bonus case of this game? Or do we do the secret thing? Apollo, if you have any doubts, you should keep digging deeper. If you can't get to the truth here, in a sacred hall of justice, where else can you? Right. Your Majesty, I have a feeling we haven't discovered the whole truth. And the only way we'll find it out is to continue this trial. We're Dad. Very well then. Will the defense please tell us this? Gosh, you know, I thought just the prosecution, being the Queen and all, was going to be the only one telling us to do stuff for the trial. Secrets are no fun. Secrets tids are a bun. I guess? It's like a pretzel bun. What important fact about this case has yet to come to life? The murder method, the motive, and Amara's married life. That's not part of the case. Queen Amara, there's something I still don't understand. What was your motive for killing Justice Minister Inga? That is a fair question, and one that I shall now answer. It was for the future of this kingdom that I slew Inga Kahul Kurain. To avert further tragedy, his death was an unfortunate necessity. Further tragedy? Over the past several years, Minister Inga had been rapidly expanding his power. He had established the secret police and was relentless in his pursuit of the insurgents. He even had the overwhelming support of the people, but still, he was not satisfied. Hungry for more power, he began planning a coup d'etat. You mean his plot involving the Founder's Orb, which led to Maya Fey's abduction? Yes, Minister Inga planned to use the orb to gain access to spiritual power, after which he would assassinate Garan and usurp the throne. His machinations were reminiscent of that terrible tragedy 23 years ago. And as one affected by that incident, Amara vowed to never allow a repeat of such events. Yes, and the Holy Mother delivered unto me the perfect opportunity to fulfill my vow. Security amid the courtyard was rather light due to the rite of channeling, and Inga had barricaded himself in the tomb with his hostage, away from prying eyes. I knew I would never again have such a perfect opportunity. So, at 2 p.m., during the rite of channeling, I slipped into the tomb and slew the minister. Hey! Alright, I have a gimmick! My bracelet. Yeah, what is it? Oh, wait. Gimmick. Apollo. Yup. It seems this trial is far from over. Queen Amara! I believe you're still hiding something. But if you want to keep on playing this game of hide and seek, then let's start with that last statement you made. If I must. Nope, just push the button. Flower didn't wilt. Let's focus on the hands this time. Perfectly poised. Flip the arms. There's nowhere else on the body that I can think of. Other than, like, this waist area. That'd be a strange place to put a towel. Such a mind. Oh, that is so tiny.
Gotcha!
Queen Amara. You're not very comfortable talking about the 2 o'clock rite of channeling, are you? I can tell because a finger on your left hand twitched almost imperceptibly when you did. Oh? And that pose you make. Is there something about your chest that makes you nervous? Whatever do you mean? The murder occurred at 2 p.m. I'm pretty positive Amara was in the tomb at that time. So why is he so self-conscious about her chest when she talks about the rite? Ew. The rite of channeling. Didn't Albie snap a picture of it? Queen Amara, I have here a picture of the rite of channeling. What? It was secretly taken by a certain individual.
Objection!
Such insolence. I would have the perpetrator's name at once. Sorry, no can do. You see, I just happened to find it on the ground, so... Do you take me for a fool? How about we discuss the photo's origins a little later, because right now... There's something much more pressing at hand. I believe this photo merits further examination. I just wish there was more to see than there is than darkness and all that. We might be able to make out a few more details with some image adjustments. Let's ask Emma if she can help. Bailiff, please summon Detective Sky to the Hall of Justice. Here you are. I was able to obtain a much clearer image by raising the brightness. So technical. Oh. What? What's that right there? An injury? No. Wait. I think it's a burn scar. Channeling photo updated in the court record. Wait a second. Your Eminence. Y'all get a good look? Tidbit! What? The game gave it to me. Zoom out the I'm not the camera person. Caught in 4K. You don't have a burn scar like that on your chest. Tidbit, move on. You're going to get demonetized. Yeah, like the YouTube gods see me or something. What's going on here? If the person in this photo isn't Queen Garan, then who is it? It's Nana!
Take that!
You're executed for looking at the Queen's boobs. Queen Amara. The person in this photo isn't Queen Garan. It's you, posing as her, isn't it? The two of you look quite similar, but that's no surprise considering you're sisters. Even the shape and position of your facial tattoos are almost exactly the same. Huh. And you are both capable of channeling spirits. Therefore, it would have been easy for you to impersonate Queen Garan. Queen Amara. You have a burn scar on your chest, don't you? Please remove your round mandala so we can see what's behind it for ourselves. She's charging up a beam attack. Everyone, get down! Look! It's the exact same burn scar as the one in the photo.
I don't understand.
I knew it. So, the person in this photo really is... Yes, it's Queen Amara.
This is absurd. Are you suggesting they switched places?
Amara's confession earlier was also false. Ugh! Remember, I'm here! Mother! What is the meaning of this? Don't you see? This changes everything! We know for a fact this photo was taken at 2 p.m. The exact time the murder took place.
But that would mean Queen Amara couldn't possibly have committed this crime.
Exactly. She now has an ironclad alibi. So, Minister Inga's killer couldn't have been Queen Amara.
I am afraid I no longer follow defense. Was it not Queen Amara who channeled the minister and the accused to stage the crime?
Yeah, that fact has not changed. We have evidence placing her at the scene of the crime. And Dirk could have only been there in the tomb if she were channeling him. Which means... while Queen Amara did use spirit channeling to stage the crime, she didn't kill Minister Inga. His real killer is someone else.
There's only 3 people in all of Khura'in who can spirit channel. I wonder who. Pulkunka!
What's going on here?
Mercifulness covering for someone? If Queen Amara is not the killer, then who is it?
Isn't it obvious? Also, I just got very suspicious of something because the chat not moving. Let me check. Yep, had a feeling. Here's the live chat. Why was this rite held in the first place if Queen Garan wasn't going to perform it? Who was behind the 2 sisters switching places? And for what reason? The answer to these questions, along with the establishment of Queen Amara's alibi, obliterates a certain someone else's alibi.
Queen Garan.
Take that!
Why, that's... Is this some kind of joke?
No, Your Majesty. I could never joke about something so grave. The only one who seemed to have a perfect alibi at the time of the murder was Her Eminence, Garan Sigatar Khura'in. Queen Amara, didn't your sister, Queen Garan, ask you to pose as her and perform the rite of channeling? And didn't she also have you drive Dirk's spirit from Ms. Faye's body and then stage the crime to make it look like it was the minister's, like he was the minister's killer? And at 2 p.m., while you were performing the rite of channeling as Queen Garan, didn't she kill Minister Inga while disguised as Dirk? Well, your mercifulness? It's no use trying to hide it any longer. You need to tell us the truth. Now! Mother... I knew it'd flip back to her. I have no idea. This is truly a mystery. Kiri's mom's so sus. Justice Minister Inga's true killer is... Mother? No! I really did it! Your evidence! My life is yours! Isn't he one of Garan's royal guards?
Queen Amara! Bailiff, arrest that guardsman!
Mother! Garan could have. Could she?
Someone call for an ambulance, quickly, now!
Now she's really dead. This'll help quell the revolution. Well, stream's over. Cool 30 minutes. We're gonna disappear now. That voice was funny. Which voice? Was it the one where I talked like this? Randy from Bug Fables? You gotta keep going. Yeah, that. It's Randy from Bug Fables. Did you know I worked at the Home Depot? And then I got isekai'd into a bug. But more of like a mushroom. We're lucky the ambulance made it in time. But we've been forced into a recess for now while things get straightened out. I can't believe what just happened. Tell me about it. Do you think Garan put that guard up to it? If she did, she's going to regret it. No one gets away with something like that on my watch! Poor Queen Amara. Your benevolence? Any news on her condition? She is undergoing surgery at the hospital as we speak. They are giving her a 50-50 chance of survival, though. That Gran! Justice will be served! Why? Why did this happen? Ugh. Just as we were finally reunited. Oh, Queen Amara. What was that about being reunited? It's nothing, Hornhead. Right. How are you, Hornhead? Dirk said Marty was your father in all but blood, after all. Thank you for your concern, your benevolence. But I'm fine. Right now, we still have a trial to see through. So, that's what I'm gonna stay focused on. Hornhead, you are sturdier than your stature lets on. Just don't overdo it, okay, Apollo? Ugh. Dirk, that was a real shocker, all right. Can't believe the dragon is dead. That's
Say, AJ, I was wondering, when Dirk disappeared after I freed him, it's because Amara turned back into herself, right?
Yeah, I suppose so. But I don't know if it was because Dirk's spirit willed it, or if it was part of Gran or Amara's plan.
Ugh. Man, our dream of revolution. Now what we're going to do. Is this it?
Don't give up yet. There is a very good chance that Garan is the real culprit in all this. And if we can prove her guilt in court...
Hey, you're right. That could be just the push we need. The dream lives on.
Yes, it does. Some way, a part of him will keep living.
You know what that means, AJ? The fate of the revolution rests squarely on your shoulders.
All in a day's work. Who am I kidding? That's a ton of pressure. But this is what Dirk gave his life for, so I have to do this for him.
The Honorable Rebel... The Honorable Rebel Dirk Sadmahi. I would have loved to have spoken with him while he yet lived.
Really?
What? Why not? I mean, he seemed like quite an interesting man.
Well, we have a spirit medium that can pull him back. I don't know why everyone is so clunked about the idea of death when they know a spirit medium. And that's the other thing. It's just like,
Yes, I will kill my sister to silence her, to make sure my plan can never be... What are you doing? Oh, I'm just gonna, inhabit her... I'm gonna let her spirit inhabit me so she can speak. But no, that is a good... Hello, sister. I am back. Fuck you. Oh, I hate this freaking country.
did she bump her head or something earlier? Reunited with the Queen Amara. What color is Dirk's hair?
The trial is about to resume. The defense is to report to the courtroom at once.
Already? After what just happened?
The first thing Gran will do is respond to that last accusation. So, you better stay on your toes, Apollo. I will, Mr. Wright. I also will try and get a bulletproof vest from these cushions. There's no couch in here, Apollo. Ah, this isn't the American court system. Nope. Ready or not, Gran, here comes justice! I don't even think I'm ready.
Maya wishes she could kiss me.
Why's that? You think you're better than Francisca?
Now then, let us resume today's proceedings.
Huh. I guess I'll only have to be doing one of that voice now. Huh? Uh-oh. I thought she disappeared. It's just like, I'm looking at her. Oh, fuck, she's gone. Ha, ha, ha. Where's Nayuta?
I must offer my apologies. I never imagined a royal guardsman would do such a thing.
What? He wasn't acting under your orders?
How dare you cast suspicion upon her eminence?
It is quite alright, your majesty. Suspicion is only natural under such circumstances. But rest assured that he acted alone, for I knew nothing of his plans.
I don't believe that for a second.
Now then, your majesty, regarding the murder of my husband, Minister Inga, I would like to offer a new possibility.
A new possibility, you say?
Indeed, for during the break, the real killer confessed to me.
What?
Bailiff called the witness to the stand.
The real killer confessed? What she got up her sleeve this time?
Oh, don't you know? It is my affair!
I have a really bad feeling about this.
Huh?
But you manipulated one person with white hair. Now the other? Even Phoenix doesn't buy it. Even the judge is like, ha. They're the one who confessed? Yes, Garan could not think of a better lie than this.
Prosecutor Sadwahi, you're the real killer.
I questioned him during the recess, as I felt that Amara had been covering for someone.
Wow, you're fucking evil. You didn't even call Nayuta a they.
I am the fucking villain. Look at me. Understand, I will misgender you, because fuck you. I hate everyone with white hair. It's evil. So it was that he finally confessed his crime to me. See, I did it twice. Fuck you.
Nayuta, you didn't really do it, did you? Her Eminence speaks the truth. It was I who killed Justice Minister Inga. Nayuta!
Peace! Prosecutor Sadmoki, are you absolutely certain about this? A confession of this nature is grave indeed.
Yes, I am certain. For I killed him by my own hand.
At last, the real killer has been revealed.
How are we supposed to respond to this?
Nayuta, retract your confession! Now!
Mr. Justice, it is not yet time for your cross-examination.
Who cares about that? Admit it! It was Queen Garan who put you up to this. I almost said the witch. She forced you into giving a confession, didn't she?
You are out of line, Mr. Justice. Learn some self-restraint.
But
Or do you have something that might prove that I did not commit this murder?
what do you think you're doing, you idiot?
Truly, the truth can set us free.
Looks like Garan got them somehow. See, I'm pretty sure she's just misgendering Nayuta, Just so that way we'll slip up and then she can go,
Oh, look at them. They're not able to even support you. They truly see you as I do, and I am queen, so I must be right. I could never have been wrong. I selected your gender at your birth.
what? I definitely didn't see this coming.
Nayuta, why are you doing this? Why would you sacrifice even your life to do Garan's bidding?
Whatever the case may be, Prosecutor said Mahi, your testimony, please.
It was me, Nayuta. I got your gender changed pre-release.
No. I could not remain silent while Her Eminence fell under suspicion for this crime. It was I who murdered Justice Minister Inga. He had to die for the future of Khura'in. I consider it divine judgment cast upon a fiend who sought to assassinate our monarch. My mother was simply covering for me. I am ashamed I let her go so far for my sake.
You do understand what you're doing, right, Nayuta? You're sentencing yourself to death if you're found guilty.
If that is the court's verdict, then so be it. I must obey the law above all else.
The law, Nayuta, or the queen?
Objection!
Enough! This blather has nothing to do with the witness's testimony.
Please address any issue you may have during the cross-examination, defense.
Oh, I will. I'm going to blow the problematic testimony to smithereens.
I could not remain silent while Her Eminence fell under suspicion for this crime. It is now time to read chat.
Then why the attempted assassination just then?
Because the guard felt funny. Yeah, that's why they had a trigger finger.
Wow, Auntie really throwing her non-binary term for niece/nephew under the bus. I swear there's one. It's not nibbling, is it? The guard felt funny. Are you on Top Chat? My nibbling got eaten. No, I'm on all messages. Did you say funny words with nibbling? Weird. No. Literally just nibbling. Nibbling.
Hold it!
You kept quiet all this time, even though you were the real killer?
Yes, and I accept that what I have done can never be forgiven. But I never imagined suspicion would fall upon the Queen herself.
Prosecutor Saad Mahi has placed the future of our kingdom above his own life. He is taking responsibility for his crime and is showing his loyalty to Queen and country.
Jesus, 3?
We do not worship Jesus. Where did you learn that name?
Without a monarch on the throne, Khura'in would be plunged into chaos. See, she's necessary. I could never wish that upon my homeland. That is why I had to let the truth be known.
Doll asks, where do I send an edit? An edit of what? Conker's here. Hello, Conker. Conker Bomb. The stream. If it's an edit of the stream, you can either DM it to me or drop it in your creations in the station.
That is why I had to let the truth be known.
What a bunch of baloney.
I'm going to ask you again, Nayuta. Did you really kill Minister Inga?
Yes, no matter how many times you ask, Mr. Justice, the truth is immutable.
Do you feel strong for saying that word at the end?
Yes, it's a big word. I know big words. I'm a big being.
It's not too late.
You can still retract your confession before the verdict is rendered.
There is no retracting the truth.
10 viewers, 5 likes, something's not adding up. Start liking the stream, folks!
And leave a comment. Comment in chat. Comment when the stream is done. Watch the other videos. I'm telling the truth. I don't know if this was the best voice to do the little YouTube ad thing in.
Make sure to subscribe so you can chat in the live chat and get notified when a new one comes out.
That is much better.
Thank you. And then there's Ripper, with just criminal several times.
You shut your mouth about truth. I sent an edit in your server for the bit.
Oh no. Is that not one of your, like, Vash the Stampede fan cams?
No one either tells it or does not tell it. It is that simple. One either tells it or does not tell it. It is that simple.
Ugh, you're one of those people who says everything is a 50-50 because it either happens or it doesn't. Why do you always have to be so stubborn, Nayuta? I hate how you never listen to reason once you get like this.
I think we'll need some evidence before we can get him to
Damn it, she got me!
Look at that! The great fighting phoenix misgendering a person. How great can you actually be? You fucked up once. Now you can never be trusted again. Gods, shoot Madi. No, wrong pronouns. She fucking got us.
I think we'll need some evidence before we can get them to retract their confession.
Phoenix, right? More like Phoenix, stupid.
Either that, or we'll have to force a retraction out of them by appealing to what's in their heart. It's not gonna be easy either way.
Prosecutor said Maki. What was the motive of your crime?
I had reason enough to kill Minister Inga. He had to die.
Hold it!
What do you mean by that?
Minister Inga was planning to assassinate Her Eminence in a coup d'etat. I had to nip this evil in the bud, even if it cost me the purity of my soul.
So, you're saying the death of another is a reasonable price to pay to protect the Queen?
Long have we remained independent under the authority of our spirit medium queens. We command the people's awe and respect with the power to commune with the dead. Without such a monarch, our kingdom would lose its standing in the world.
But if spirit channeling is so important, why did you have Queen Amara perform the rite?
I'm afraid my elder sister is quite capricious. She is quite capricing. She would fulfill her duty only when the desire struck. Capricious. As sporadic as that was. It was, therefore, something she did on a whim. There was no meaning behind it.
You know, I'm starting to think, with how crappy... I don't mean to insult Rafa Doll, but I have to. She doesn't have a lot of spiritual power. I wouldn't be surprised if Garan is kind of like Morgan here, of where she's barely got any power in her tank. It's a miracle that Rafa is stronger than her.
You know, I didn't make that calculation until it came out of my head. What if Rafa is stronger than Garan, and that's why Garan is so mean to her? And she's the only one who can. Which is why Dirk wouldn't remember being spirit channeled for the first killing. It was just purely a disguise. And we know it's like, oh,
Dirk has a giant chest.
so does she.
A meaningless whim? It's hard to press a statement like that.
Now, if I may return to my testimony, I consider it divine judgment cast upon a fiend who sought to assassinate. Seriously?
Divine judgment?
Yes, I rendered judgment upon the minister on behalf of the Holy Mother.
Are you saying the Holy Mother guided you?
No, Her Holiness would never condone killing in her name, regardless of circumstance. As such, I believed my defiled soul would be damned to hell. But I do not regret what I have done. I willingly sacrificed my soul to protect this kingdom's future.
Ugh. Snap out of it already, Nayuta. So, their motive comes from a place of faith, huh? Why does that sound completely credible when it's coming from them? Well, Amara expressed a similar motive.
As for her mercifulness, she is truly deserving of her title. My mother was simply covering for me.
Hold it!
So, you killed Minister Inga and Queen Amara staged the crime? Is that how it went?
Why didn't you pause right before you said "and"? You made it sound like I killed 2 people. Which I didn't.
You didn't kill anyone?
No! Cool. No, fuck! Damn it, you got me! Haha! Precisely. My mother is as clever as she is kind. She sought to conceal my crime by taking all of the guilt upon herself.
Yet another lie. I need to poke a hole in their testimony. But how? Nayuta, could it be you? Didn't know Nana's real identity. Told Amaro what to do. Yeah, Nayuta would have to told. Did you tell Queen Amara what to do what she did?
No, she acted under her own volition. She must have somehow discovered my crime and then staged the crime scene.
Sounds plausible on the surface, but I'm not buying it. Still, I don't think we'll get anywhere if we press the issue. To think that Nayuta would confess to the crime. Can't say I saw that coming. Why, Nayuta? Why? Why are you putting yourself on the line for Garan? I wonder if Garan has something on them. I don't think so. I mean, Amara is currently fighting for her life, so I don't see what Garan could threaten him with. Damn it, she got me! I don't see what Garan could threaten them with. But maybe that's just it. Maybe there's something else that we don't know about.
I have an idea, but I think it might be super wrong. Okay, fire while I go and get to the game saved.
So, you killed Minister Inga, and Queen Amara staged the crime. See, that's a much better way to say it. Goodness.
Say the idea. I'm just trying to get to the other selection. Because I don't know what to do. And I honestly like whenever people tell me stuff that they are like, I don't think this is true. Because it helps get the brain turning. What if their mom gets killed at the hospital if they don't cover for Garan? Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, just like officially it's a 50-50. The 50-50 is not because of the doctors. It's because of 50-50 if Nayuta will... She got me! Chidbit, I'm ripping into my finger again. You gonna save some marshmallow for the rest of class? No eating during stream. If you're not gonna share. Yet another lie. I need to poke a hole in her testimony, but how?
Nayuta, could it be you? You didn't realize that Nana was actually Queen Amara, your own mother. That is not as strange as you might think. Much time had passed since we last met, after all.
Right. 23 years ago, was it? When Dirk saved her after the supposed assassination attempt.
No, Mr. Justice. It was 15 years ago that Dirk abducted my mother.
Huh? That's weird. Are you sure about that?
I remember it clearly. I was around 10 years old at the time.
Nayuta, please add that last statement to your testimony.
Like, yeah, Marcy, stop, Marcy, no! Yeah, the doctors. You're gonna attract the sharks.
I was reunited with my mother, Queen Amara, 15 years ago when Dirk abducted her. Yeah, but we have a picture here of probably you.
Or is it actually Rafa? Wait, how old is Rafa?
Hold it!
I can only see it when I'm in a chat and not presenting. 15 years ago, huh? That's around the time I left for the US. How old's Rafa? 14. Okay, wait, that was a hackball theory, but maybe.
What happened after Dirk helped Queen Amara escape? Agents of the Crown pursued us relentlessly. So, we had to live a life on the run. Mr. Justice, know that Dirk sent you away so that you would not be caught up in that life we led.
I see. Thanks. I can't possibly believe it's been 15 years. Apollo, there's something about Nayuta's testimony. Yeah, that discrepancy's a bit hard to miss. But what could it mean? So, Nayuta got to meet their mother. Back when Dirk rescued her. That's what they're saying. It's news to me, though. I had already been sent away by that point. Okay, now that I've dragged more testimony out of them, what can I do with it?
Objection!
Okay. What's going on? You're saying that Dirk made off with Queen Amara 15 years ago. But that's strange because I heard something very different from Dirk. He said that they ran off together 23 years ago.
That is impossible. I know for a fact it was 15 years ago. It's nearly 12 years ago.
Well, I have evidence that contradicts your statement. How do you explain this photo? Dirk said it was taken 23 years ago.
He said that?
He did. But if we take what you just said as fact, then there's something in this photo that doesn't make any sense.
That's kind of funny. It's just like, the judge, it's just like...
Listen to me hum! This isn't making any sense to me, so I suppose I should ask... What does not make any sense if this photo is only 15 years old? Is the baby.
Take that!
Nayuta, this discrepancy may not be directly related to this case, but I don't think we can simply overlook it either. Dirk said the baby in this photo was you, but that doesn't make any sense if the photo's only 15 years old. After all, you said you were around 10 then, right? They're definitely sweating bullets over there. Over something.
Sweating? Sweating? Help me.
Apollo, if this baby isn't Nayuta... Wait, you don't think... Did Queen Amara have another child while she was on the run? What? That's not what I was saying. Oh, sorry. And just what if that child were being held hostage? Nayuta, is that why you obey Queen Garan's every command?
You presume too much! And that's why Queen Amara was trying to take the rap as well. To protect this other child. A child born 15 years ago. Obviously, it's Albie. No, I think it's Nana. We don't actually know how old Nana was. Apollo, how'd you somehow pick a dumber thing than me? Taught by the best. You fucker. They would have to be someone who's around 14 or 15 years old now. This is just a guess. But I believe I know someone who fits the bill. This also explains the strange behavior. This is the child who was born to Dirk and Queen Amara 15 years ago. What do you mean Garan has no child? What are you trying to tell us, Gabe? This is Morgan if she had to fucking steal a child. Becomes queen. All those strange statements she kept making. Now they all make sense.
Prosecutor Sadmahi, may I ask you something?
Of course, Your Benevolence. I don't even remember when this was. No flashback voices.
I've been meaning to ask you this since yesterday. Did you know about Queen Amara? And about me?
From where did you hear such a thing?
From Mother, and only yesterday. Reifa was carrying on about telling the truth to people. So I told her. I told her what the truth really was. For it is up to a mother to discipline her child.
I see.
I cannot accept this.
Oh, wait. This is a flashback that we've seen today. Okay, so I have a stupid joke for the judge.
The judge just turns into the other judge. Is something the matter, Your Benevolence?
Is that even the other judge? It's been so long.
Queen Amara is lying. It makes no sense. Queen Amara would not have killed my father. Why? Why did this happen? Just as we were finally reunited. Oh, Queen Amara.
Now I see, Nayuda. Why you do what you're told. There's guns everywhere, Apollo. They can shoot them at any moment. Either of them. You can't do anything without her say. The other child born to Dirk and Queen Amara was... Mr. Justice, I believe I know what you are about to say. But I cannot allow you to name an innocent soul as the child of terrible sinners. I thought you might try to stop me with some holier-than-thou bullshit. But, question. How did Queen Amara sin if she didn't actually kill? We have it very specifically that she didn't kill anyone. She just set up a crime scene. After all, simply revealing this information endangers who you've been trying to protect. Ugh.
I think this should make it clear what I'm talking about. This is the chink in your armor, the reason why you fear for your sibling's reputation. Hmm. Is it this?
And that is
A file full of information that Dirk collected on what happened 23 years ago. Of particular note right now is what's written here. The sins of the father are visited upon his children. This deeply held idea is why you were expelled from the royal family. Which means it wouldn't bode well for your sibling either, if she were revealed to be Dirk's daughter.
Shush!
You became a prosecutor to bring down Queen Garan. But at some point, you came to serve the very regime you despised! And that was because the Queen found this chink in your armor. That's how she came to use your sister against you.
Nayuta, have you been keeping this secret from me all this time? Have you been trying to protect me?
You are an innocent party to all this. I live only to safeguard the law and serve the country and queen from which it flows. One such as you, who is destined to ascend to the throne, need not fret over one such as I.
No, I cannot accept that. What you say it's malarkey. Don't you ever even care what happens to you?
Before country, queen, law, and everyone's future, my personal feelings are of no consequence. That is why I resigned myself to my fate. I know I must accept the status quo without any thoughts of change. No matter who instilled me the idea that change was possible.
Spoken like a true prosecutor and patriot. I shall continue to rule Khura'in until the day Refa succeeds me. For that is what is best for our kingdom.
I know, Your Eminence.
Yours is no small sacrifice. But I promise you this. In exchange for your life, the child shall remain safe, and the kingdom shall prosper.
That is all I can ask for with my meager existence.
Nayuta, is this really the new you?
I just realized it's more than an hour in. It is time. Spare. I mean, that doesn't explain being a shit character in moment to moment. Did not need to keep being a cocksucker about hell and over and so fucking pretentious. Well, it's supposed to be. It's supposed to flatter Garan. Nayuta is just acting like Garan.
Goran's more intense, and less repetitive, and less annoying, and actually intimidating.
I too hate men with long hair. Well, Nayuta's not a man. Non-binaries with long hairs are epic. Resigning yourself to the will of another and killing any hope you held for the future. No! The Nayuta I knew would never let themselves be turned into this!
Too bad there aren't any here. I'll conquer. Get out.
Now, your majesty, if you would hand down your verdict.
Objection!
OBJECTION!
You can say you're simply accepting your fate, Nayuta. But I know that deep down, there is still hope in your heart.
Oh, Holy Mother, preserve me.
It's the kind of hope that perseveres through the most desperate of times. It's what binds you, me, and Dirk together as a family. I know because this demonstrates to me that you haven't lost all hope yet.
Because I'm an attorney.
Yeah, it's a fucking badge. That's the proof. That would be one hell of a twist. They're just like, oh yeah, you gotta use your badge in the very final moment of a case. Because you are. No, not that. That would separate. Inga's autopsy? The tomb diagram? There's not much of Nayuta's or Dirk's here. There's a book. This binds you as a family when you've nearly died, and... Huh. When I tabbed over here, just right in my eye line, was a dragon never yields. Nayuta never confiscated it.
A dragon never yields. They bite down and never let go. They'll snarl, they'll growl. But they'll never yield.
I was just going on about, oh, present your attorney's badge. Is this not any different? When you interrogated Dirk, you confiscated all of his possessions as potential evidence. All except this.
Did they take your attorney's badge too?
No, I thought it strange, but just when it looked like they were going to take it from me, they changed their mind.
So tell me, Nayuta, why didn't you take his badge? You couldn't bear to take it from him, could you? And I know why. It's because this badge means something special to us.
Hey, Dirk! Why do you still wear your badge? You're not a lawyer anymore, right?
This badge is my heart and soul, son. I'll never stop trying to realize my dream. Not until my very last breath.
A dragon never yields, right?
Exactly! Nayuta, Apollo, I vow to restore Kharine's legal system to its rightful state one day. I want to pass on to you a world where you can live free from the fear of tyranny.
You may say you've given up, but that's not how it really is it? You never gave up, and you will never, because
You still believe that all the wrongs will be righted someday, don't you? You are very perceptive, Mr. Justice. What the fuck? It may very well be as you say. Why did I not confiscate this badge? Even I did not know. Until now. Perhaps I was waiting for him to save me. Save you? Yes, save me. Like he did on that day.
How many times are we gonna see this cutscene?
Nayuda! Apollo! Hold on! I'm coming! What father wouldn't risk his own life to save his own children? Nayuda, Apollo, whew. Don't you ever hesitate to call out when you need me, understand?
Well, at least they did the quick version.
Someday, he would come and free our family from the chains of the past. Perhaps, deep down, that is what I believed. I believed in Dirk, our father. Nayuda. However, it was but a dream! And now that dream has died! Murdered along with Dirk! So now, as the eldest, the responsibility falls squarely on to me! No matter the cost, I must protect her! Please, try to understand, Apollo. Understand why I shall bear all this sin. It is the only way. But...
Such insolence!
You have wasted more than enough of my time, lawyer. Do you not see the futility in your desperate floundering? The immobility of his duty. It is time to accept defeat. Now, watch as the hammer of justice comes down on your dear brother. Your Majesty, the verdict, if you will. Yes, your Eminence.
Objection!
Objection! Wait a second! What do I do?
Does the defense wish to raise an objection?
There's gotta be some way to save Nayuda.
Apollo. It all goes back to that incident 23 years ago. It's branded them the son of fuck. It's branded them the child of a criminal. So, if we could once and for all prove that Dirk didn't try to assassinate Amara, right, Nayuda and Rafa's father would no longer be viewed as a criminal.
But I thought there wasn't any evidence left. Because it was all destroyed in the fire. And Dirk investigated the matter for years, but never managed to learn anything new.
Really? Nothing at all? Could an exceptional lawyer like Dirk try that long and really uncover nothing at all? He had over 2 decades, Apollo. Huh?
He's right.
I doubt Dirk would have gone to his grave without discovering something new. Must have secretly planted something to topple Gran with somewhere. Take another look at the evidence. You just might find what you need to break out of the situation within there. This situation within there.
Oh, that'd be one thing. It's just like they tried to activate the orb 23 years ago and burnt something.
Nick's starting to sound like an old 30s Atlantic actor, Jimmy Stewart.
Okay, I'm in a fancy suit. I don't know what you want more from me. I'm doing my job.
Got Dirk's badge. Can't look at it. The assassination file. I got no idea.
Did you save?
Not yet. I haven't gotten to a choice yet. But you saying it like that makes me feel like there's going to be a moment where I can't save all of a sudden. Got it. If the defense is done stalling for time, I shall now render my verdict.
No! Wait! About the assassination attempt 23 years ago. The defense has some new information it would like to share.
You do? Ugh. Well, we had intended to deliberate that case in the course of this trial.
Dirk, did you leave something behind for me? Is there some connection I'm missing here?
You and me both, Apollo. Very well, then. What is the source of your new information about the case from 23 years ago? Dirk threw something back for Marshy. Picture of my biological father, Jove Justice, who died in crying. That's Inga. Do I have any info? Time of death. Cause of death. Blood loss. Stabbed from behind. Cause of death. Blood loss. 3 p.m. Tomb diagram. No, the tomb wasn't built until after the fire. So just this photo. This button. Discovered in the ashes of the tomb. Incense burners. Caked in soot. A locket found at the crime scene. It actually belonged to Amara. It's got her fingerprint. Bloodstain from Amara's tomb. Analyze. Reveals that it's Dirk's blood. Painkiller shots. The medication used. Said to make pain disappear. A notepad used by Inga. People's characteristics are inside. Got Nina. Dirk. Phoenix. Woman's photo. A photo showing Dirk and Amara's life on the run about 23 years ago. We've been talking about that. Might not be that. Picture taken around 2 p.m. of the channeling rite. It's the new lighted one. Albie's statement at around 2 p.m. Shadu was surprised by a firecracker and ran into the courtyard and stole Nina's hat. At around 2 p.m. Dad's locked out.
bizarre manhole, got yelled at by a dog and a warp, and threw a firecracker, shocked Albie. Dats was laughing. The police came, detained the rebel. The noise was Spook Shadow, who ran off in the courtyard. Dirk's law book. Just read this. Amar's assassination file. The arson incident involved Amar's private residence. Amar was slipped a sleeping pill, perished. Lighter found at the scene. Dirk's fingerprints. Apollo's roving musician father got caught up in the incident and lost his life. He was struck in the back of the head by the culprit. The victim's passport and pictures on him were burned up in the fire without him knowing his real name. No divinity. Without knowing his real name. But it says his real name right there. Jove Justice. JJ. Wait, they have the name now. Because this file is from what they've been collecting. But Dirk just got this picture and handed it to him. This is the new piece!
A photograph?
Yes. Do you recall the traveling musician who died in that fire 23 years ago?
How could anyone forget such a painful chapter in our history? The poor fellow was caught up in the blaze that was meant for Queen Amara. We never knew his identity, though, as his belongings were burnt to ashes.
Well, about that. The truth is, he was my biological father.
Oh? What?
Why, of course. With this photo and her benevolence.
Exactly. We might be able to prove Dirk completely innocent. And that would free her from the infamy of having criminal blood in her veins. Because here in Khura'in, we can witness the final memories of the dead.
What utter nonsense! There was no evidence left in the wake of that blaze!
That's what you think. But Dirk went to the ends of the earth to bring this little souvenir back for us.
He did.
Yep. And boy, is it the best piece of evidence ever. He knew that with it, we'd finally be able to conclusively settle the matter here in court. Because guess what? It's got a name, it's got a face. And save his children. Your Majesty, the defense requests that we hold a divination seance for this new victim.
Objection!
What a waste of time! Besides, the statute of limitations is far too long.
What, 12 years? No, in Khura'in it is 2 months.
What? The events of 23 years past have already been deliberated at length.
Objection!
But wasn't Dirk on trial for that incident as well today? So we wouldn't be doing our jobs if we failed to look into this new lead, wouldn't we?
Gah. As the presiding judge, I will now share my thoughts on the matter via chat.
I don't know Starbucks. Oh, I see, Marshy. Mr. Starbucks. I know Dirk, musician guy. And then I think Tid joked about Phoenix and Miles being his other dads. What? Why are we talking about Apollo's dad? Oh, wait, Mr. Starbucks. You mean the astronaut guy who is, weird as heck. He, tried to lift off several times and then he kept on getting depressed.
Marshy loves Apollo's dads.
Yeah, Apollo's got so many dads.
I don't think you'd like him, Marshy.
Yeah, Mr. Starbuck honestly was like just a red herring.
And he's got a pencil for a head.
I'm Apollo's new parent because I keep going after his dads.
Okay, chat did not help. Okay, I'll use my mouth. The attempted assassination of Queen Amara is a case we can ill afford to leave open. And I believe that the final memories of the victim will prove to be very important. Therefore, it is the opinion of this court that we should conduct another divination seance. Why, you...
Your benevolence. If you knew the full name of the victim seen in this photo, you'd be able to perform a divination seance, right?
Of course. Leave it to me.
Thank you. My father's full name is Jove Justice.
All right.
Atta girl, Rafa.
Hooray, daughter.
Wait, you always have called her daughter, doll. Are you actually Queen Amara? And you're just trying to get away from the feds or something?
Now, your benevolence, please commence the divination seance when you are ready.
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
I didn't finish all my lunch today. I still have my pretzel sticks.
Are you eating right now?
Maybe. Okay, idea.
You don't have to. I'm gonna lose it if I sit through this whole thing again. I'm gonna get into my PJs.
Ignore Marshy. I'm watching Rafa, sweetie.
I keep seeing that skip button show up. Oh my. We actually see something. Burning heat. What? Ah! Apollo! It's little Apollo! Ow! No! They dropped Apollo and he was a baby! No! Metallic thing. Huh. What? Okay, a lot of things just happened right there. No. Dude, Tidbit, look at him! I see! I thought it was an edited image! I've seen Baby Apollo before! From a meme! But I thought the,
have baby Apollo with the horns. He's an egg. He's a fucking egg. An egg. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm sorry that I'm laughing so much at this important information. An egg, Tidbit. An egg. Yes, we all know Apollo is trans. Oh no. Oh, I'm laughing too much. I can't do the judge voice. You saw a man's final moments and you're laughing at his baby. Wow. Shut up, Marshy. You try and sit in this seat. You're probably laughing as well. You just have the wherewithal that your laughing doesn't affect your fingies when you're typing on your tablets. So, the spirit of the victim has granted us a window into his final moments. It appears the divination seance was a success.
So, those were my father's final moments. That baby we saw must have been you, Apollo.
Yep, you don't need to point out the horns. I will now decipher the experience of the deceased. Are you ready, Horned Head?
Yes, please proceed. That's weird.
Very well. Here are my interpretations of the facts as gleaned from the seance vision. Someone attempted to assassinate Queen Amara by setting her residence ablaze. Hornhead's father happened to stop by and was knocked out by the assassin. Dirk's fingerprints were discovered on the lighter found at the scene of the crime. That is how he was determined to be the assassin. Hornhead's father tried to save his son, but sadly, he perished in the attempt. That is everything the deceased experienced in his final moments.
My father's memories. They're right here for everyone to see. But can any of them unlock the truth behind what happened 23 years ago?
Okay, yeah. Someone attempted to assassinate her. Happened to stop by and was knocked out by the assassin. Derek's fingerprints were discovered. Okay, this part, there was a lot going on because there was a baby falling. Is this a hand? Yeah, it's a hand with a lighter. Rafa, does it have to be so blurry? Sorry, I forgot my glasses. Apollo's all ahead. Where else could he land? Gloves? Oh, gloves! Yeah, wait a minute. Let's look at everyone's faces. No one's got really dark hands. Okay. Unless they work in coal mines. But yeah, how do I do this again? Yeah. If we can see the glove, that's what I'm really worried about.
I really hope it's not like, oh, you have to be on a different statement, or you gotta open the site up more. Dirk's fingerprints were discovered on the lighter that was used at the crime scene. However, the hand holding the lighter in the seance vision appears to be gloved. Okay. Wear skin-colored gloves, and then you could never get caught for murder. I believe you are right. What could this mean? Planted evidence. You're a genius, Marshy. It calls into question whether the hand in the vision really was Dirk's. If only we could make out the details a little better. Very well. I will attempt to focus a bit more on what the deceased saw. Perhaps that will refine the seance vision. My dad was telling me yesterday about football players wearing uniform-colored gloves, so holding penalties are harder to spot. Yep, that's it. And I think that is Inga's frickin' wrist glove thing. Wait a minute, but we were told that those wrist things on Inga are just for the Justice Minister. And who was the Justice Minister before Inga during the time of Amara's reign? It was Garan! Fucking brain blast. You know that moment where it goes into like Phoenix or Athena's or Apollo's head and it's just like, what was all these different things? Ching, 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 ching. That's what I literally had. This Garant be. I feel like Nayuda would say that. This Garant be. No, Her Holiness. It does seem that there was a glove on that hand. Still, what significance could that have? It means that Dirk's fingerprints got on the lighter at some other time. Somebody could have even put them there after the fire.
Objection!
All you have is pure speculation. Well, the fact remains that they are his fingerprints. Therefore, it stands to reason that Dirk was the one who used the lighter.
Objection!
Objection! It just means I have to prove that the figure in the vision is someone else, using the information in my father's final memories. Why did you have to point out they are your father's and not the victim? Either way, it seems that I must revise my insights. Someone attempted to assassinate. It's determined, but if someone had put his prints on the lighters after the fact, then we know not to whom it belongs. Okay, she's updated her insights. Time to go over them and see if there are any new inconsistencies to be found. Someone attempted to assassinate his father and knocked out by the assassin. Dirk's fingerprints were discovered on the lighter at the scene of the crime. Someone put his prints on the lighter after the fact that we know not to whom it belongs. Well, now that we can see it much clearer, because it's like, oh, we're inciting what we saw. And we just did this one. And this one just changed, so it's making me go, what, we can use this one. Game Spade! What? Can we point to that tiny little wrist thing? I don't like how imprecise key pushes are. Well, we saved. We can just go back if it breaks. Oh, it worked! Wait. And this means that the real culprit is...
The figure in this vision is clearly not Dirk. The distinctive band around their wrist gives their true identity away.
That design, it can't be.
This will prove just whose hand was captured in the seance vision. Right. I'm not gonna save because I feel like it might do that thing that happened that other time of where it's just like, oh, I saved too far into a bad decision tree. But, it's not Dirk. I can do that with this photo. But no one wants a not. We gotta show who it was, and the only image I can find is this. The distinctive bands.
Take that!
That photo. So you do believe the culprit to be...
Justice Minister Inga had cuffs with the exact same pattern on them.
You're referring to the cuffs of justice, Mr. Justice. Correct?
Yes. I hear they're a traditional part of a Kuraini's Justice Minister's attire.
But what does this tell us? That it was a Justice Minister? They're very kill-happy. It couldn't have been one of those.
It tells us that the figure in the vision is none other than Kuraini's late Minister of Justice, Inga Kahul Kurain.
No! Not my father!
So he plotted the assassination of the former queen as well as the current one.
Justice Minister. So then Dirk's innocent of both charges?
The Defiant Dragons, they've been right all along.
Nayuta? What you've proposed is not possible, Apollo. For back then, Inga Kahul Kurain was not the Minister of Justice. What? The Justice Minister 23 years ago was... Get shot. You! Queen Garan! What? Oh, right. She served as the Minister of Justice before succeeding the throne. I guess she also prosecuted the assassination attempt 23 years ago as one. So then, the figure in the vision is actually... Your Eminence! It's you! Isn't it?
Oh. This is madness! Why would Her Eminence do such a thing?
Because she would ascend to the throne. She wanted to usurp the throne from her sister Amara? That's why she tried to assassinate her. I forgot Nayuta wore brown boots.
I find this all very hard to swallow.
Your Eminence, are you the one responsible for tearing my family apart? And was it you who killed my father? Well, Your Eminence, I'm asking you a question.
Such insolence!
Such insolence. Peasants. Always carrying on about things of no import.
You do not deny it then. You concealed the truth and used me for your own designs!
Oh, Nayuta, spare me your feeble-minded line of questioning. Even if Dirk were cleared of all charges, it shall still be I who decides Rafa's fate. You do wish for her to be queen someday, do you not? Remember, the child lives only by my good graces. Now, kneel before me and fulfill your end of the bargain by offering me your head.
Your Eminence. I am done heeding your commands.
Oh,
Even as you used my sister against me, I still believed in you. I believed that protecting your secrets was in the best interest of this kingdom. But you have been deceiving me all the while. Nayuta!
Nayuta, you dare defy me?
Your Eminence. I can turn the other cheek no more. Therefore, I hereby retract my confession in the murder of Justice Minister Inga.
Retract, you say?
Dirk, the final piece of evidence you left behind
Has released Nayuta from their suffering.
and now they're finally free. In all this time, not once did I reflect on my own conduct, for I had believed it was all fate. Lost in my own sense of resignation, I was unable to wake from my despair. But you, Apollo, you have awakened me with your demonstration of our Father's creed.
A dragon never yields.
Can we get that line again, Mercer? That wasn't very loud.
A dragon never yields. I will carry on Dirk's legacy and fulfill his dream. Hear me, Garan. I will cast you down from your bloody throne. Long live the revolution. Since I am no longer under your charge, I am done being a replicant for you. I will use my voice to sound more like my father. Fuck you.
The insolent fool! Now even you prattle on about revolution!
Would you look at that? Well, Apollo, it seems we're finally making some headway down the road that Dirk carved out for us. Yeah. Now, we could just prove Garan's guilt. We could continue on down that road towards the revolution Dirk dreamed of.
Your Eminence, you have been accused of the crime committed 23 years ago. Would you like to say anything in your defense? Not so fast, Your Majesty. For the cuffs could have been stolen and used without my knowledge. So, you see, they can hardly be considered proof of anything. Why, I believe you're right.
No, we know she's guilty.
Well, lawyer, is there any other evidence you would have me refute?
Unfortunately, this photo was the last piece of evidence Dirk left for me. So as far as evidence goes, I've got nothing else regarding that case from the past. However, now that Prosecutor Said Mahi has retracted his
Fuck! See, even in your moments of triumph, I will win. You cannot stop me.
However, now that Prosecutor Said Mahi has retracted their confession, we'll have to redeliberate the current case from scratch.
Yes, the defense speaks the truth. Even though it is clear who the guilty party is.
Queen Garan! The defense accuses you of the murder of Justice Minister Inga Kahul Kurain.
Ugh. But, do you have any evidence, defense?
Does that will prove Garan was the killer?
There is still one more avenue for us to explore, Mr. Justice.
There is?
Minister Inga's final memories. In them, the minister's killer posed as Dirk. Therefore, one must ask, how did the killer dispose of their disguise?
Hey, you're right. A lot of blood would have splattered onto the killer. So the blood-soaked clothes would have to have been dealt with somehow. If they're still around somewhere, then...
Huh. I was wondering what absurd idea you would conduct next. Clothing can be disposed of most anywhere. I doubt you could find them now.
Objection!
Then you don't know us very well. Your benevolence.
Yes?
On the day of your father's murder, you had been watching the courtyard from 2 p.m. Now, during that time, you saw Queen Garan, did you not?
Yes, I did. I saw my mother entering the palace from the courtyard. But I was told not to mention it because it had nothing to do with my father's murder.
You? Gosh, you are so dumb.
Reifa! You would not dare!
When the queen headed into the palace, did she have Dirk's clothes in her possession?
No. No, she did not.
So, maybe she disposed of them somewhere in the courtyard.
Objection!
The police did a thorough sweep of the area following the crime, but they did not find anything resembling Dirk's clothes. But you knew that already, didn't you, prosecutor?
Yes. I admit no clothing was found.
So, you admit that you are merely speculating. Chasing phantoms. Oh, I'm sorry. Does the word phantom trigger you? Fucking snowflakes. And delusions of evidence that never existed.
This makes no sense. Clothing just doesn't disappear like that. If Garan wasn't carrying any clues, he must have gotten rid of them somewhere. Somewhere, she thought they'd never be found. Where'd they never be found? Huh. I believe Dirk's clothes were hidden here.
Well, they're saying she went in. And it wasn't in the courtyard. So if we just go a bit further back, it'd still be in the tomb.
Take that!
The tomb? You believe the clothing was hidden there?
Yes, it's the only place it can be.
Very well. Where in the tomb do you believe the clothes were hidden?
Well, would it not be the sarcophagus that no one was going to look in?
Take that!
Of course. That makes perfect sense. The clothes weren't simply hidden, they were returned to where they belonged.
Ah. And by that, you mean...
The killer would have had to get Dirk's clothes from somewhere. Luckily, they were right there.
Yes, of course. At the time of the minister's murder, Dirk's body was already in the sarcophagus. So the killer could have simply borrowed his clothes.
Right. Before the minister entered the tomb, the killer put on Dirk's clothes. And then hid behind the curtain above the sarcophagus. And after the minister was killed, Dirk's clothes were returned to his body.
So what? This is all speculation. We know not whether those clothes were actually used in the murder. Therefore, you cannot prove Therefore, you cannot prove that they are somehow connected to this case.
That's where you're wrong. But I believe you already knew that. These clothes were definitely used during the minister's murder because of this. Is it because this is off? Or is it because of the blood splatters everywhere?
Take that!
The blood stains on Dirk's chest are no doubt the result of being shot by the minister. However, that doesn't explain everything. There is also some blood splatter extending from his left elbow to his abdominal area. I believe this blood splatter came from... well, the guy who got murdered, right?
Take that!
If the killer wore these clothes during the murder, then the blood splatter must have come from Minister Inga. I thought it was all Dirk's, but that makes sense. Only one way to be sure, though. Let's get those stains analyzed right away.
Indeed, this may be conclusive evidence we need to prove the Queen's guilt.
Objection!
You cannot prove it was I who hid those clothes. They could very well have been hidden by a third party. But could they really?
I'd say the possibility of someone other than Garan hiding clothes. Does not exist. No, it's just not possible. Because they were I was reading chat like it was a thing, because they were forced to confess falsely, and they're still there. Justice, I don't think you're reading the right text. Oh, sorry. Your Eminence, I recall you saying the following.
The key to Amara's sarcophagus is under the protection of the royal family. My husband and I are the only ones who could open it. Therefore, it would be impossible for some knave to open it. Oh! Ugh.
That was your own testimony, word for word.
Why, you insolent...
Admit it! Only you could have hidden Dirk's clothes after they were used in the murder. And that means you are the only one who could kill Justice Minister Inga.
Insignificant worm! You dare accuse me, the ruler of Khura'in! Do not think for what... Huh? I was not done! Do not think for one moment that such impudence will be
Objection! I'm afraid such arguments are invalid here in this sacred hall, Your Eminence, because even monarchs aren't above the law.
Ugh.
It's the end of the line for you, Queen Garan. Time to come down from that lofty throne and face justice!
Fucking... Why has no one shot him yet? Me? Face justice? Surely you jest. You are in no position to force my hand, lawyer.
Oh?
Surely you haven't forgotten about the Defense Culpability Act. Those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. In short, should I be convicted for murdering my husband, your dear brother, who delivered false testimony in my defense, shall also be found guilty.
I am not their brother. I am their sibling! Fuck off! What? That can't be. Can it?
By delivering false testimony in the course of protecting a guilty party, they would certainly be judged by this court as having supported a criminal.
You were supposed to say he would certainly be judged.
Ah, fuck you! This court still respects people's pronouns, you bitch! And the Defense Culpability Act would most definitely come into play.
But that law is so broad that anyone could be convicted under it.
When it comes to the DC Act, even I am conflicted. And yet, as it currently stands, it is the law of the land. And as you said earlier, no one is above the law.
Of all the absurd things I've seen, this law really takes the cake.
Now what? What can we even do at this point?
You need not look so forlorn. Dirk has been cleared of all charges, so let us leave all thoughts of the real killer and revolution in the past where it belongs.
How the fuck did you sneak revolution into there? Wait, no. She just wants. She
wants us to just let her off scot-free?
I just thought of a really dumb joke.
She wants us to just let her off scunch-free? Those who know. And yet, I don't see any other choice.
Talk to them.
We cannot yield to her, Apollo. We cannot yield to her here, Apollo. If it will move the revolution forward, I will gladly face the DC Act. Now do it! Accuse Queen Garan of the crime she has committed! But...
Such insolence!
What you speak of is not revolution. Our kingdom will not function without its sovereign. Adrefa cannot ascend to the throne, for she is as yet incapable of channeling spirits.
neither can you!
Thus, to accuse me is to wish destruction upon our fair kingdom, you terrorist!
Terrorist!
If you would still insist on accusing me, then as ruling sovereign of Khura'in, I proclaim the following. All who imperil the crown, no matter the reason, shall be subject to immediate execution upon the Queen's orders.
What? Immediate execution?
Do you still not comprehend? Then let me be clear, for the sake of this kingdom's future. And in accordance with the laws of Khura'in, I command that you be put to death at once.
Ugh. Hey! What the? Ugh. Isn't this going a bit too far?
Why is the Grand Royal Guard?
They were on standby in case of an attack by foolish, optimistic terrorists. Now, if you would continue to oppose me, the very embodiment of the law, then under my regal authority, you shall all be put to death! Oh, such foolish fools.
Objection!
Oh, come on! This is insane! Even for you! You can't possibly get away with something like this! This is a court of law! You can't just order our executions without due process!
Now, look, Apollo, truth and due process are certainly important, but so is your life. So think before you speak again.
But please, Apollo, do not make this any worse than it is already. I cannot lose you to the Twilight Realm, too. Electric Boogaloo.
Ugh. What am I supposed to do? How do I win against an opponent that can rewrite the law as she sees fit? How can I ever bring her to justice? Is this really how it all ends?
It is your life or your accusation, lawyer. You cannot hope for both. It is time to cease this insanity.
What do I do? Should I accuse Queen Garan?
Amara wasn't titty shot, it was her kidney.
But fuck it, we ball!
I always miss out on the best part of streams. Well, this is a pretty big moment. But, I don't think they're gonna catch Athena, so that means she'll become the main character of the next 3 games that are gonna come out, for sure. So, bye-bye, Apollo!
I know what I have to do. Mr. Wright, you know that saying you're constantly reminding me and Athena of? The worst times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. I don't sound like that.
Yeah, you kinda do.
I've gotten old. That fucking stare. You fucking what, mate? You never fail to surprise me. You never fail to surprise me, Apollo.
And Nayuta, you know that creed we've known ever since we were kids?
A dragon never yields. Apollo. They are not merely words. They are what's carried us this far. So now, it's time to honor these words and the memories of those who gave them to us. No, I'm not dead yet. Oh, wait. Mia gave me those words. Yeah. I couldn't agree with you more, Apollo. Those words are more important to me than you know. And if there's any time to remember them, it's now. It would seem, Apollo, that not one, but 2 auspicious creatures dwell deep within you. Auspicious creatures dwell deep within you. A fierce dragon and a virtuous phoenix that shall scatter the clouds, hiding. And a virtuous phoenix that shall scatter the clouds, hiding the heavens. I shall join you in your death-defying bluff.
Did you like that little Dirk spice on Nayuta? Just a little hint to Dirk.
I think I finally understand what those words really mean, and the resolve they embody.
Are you smiling? Even in the face of certain doom? Is there no end to your defiance?
Unfortunately for you, no. I won't let fear or even the law force me to abandon the pursuit of truth. Because there is another saying in my country. The truth will set you free. Indeed, that is precisely what Dirk sought to do through this trial. He wished for us to break free from a certain despicable spiders immobilizing silk threads. We won't be intimidated by your unjust laws or give in to fear. Abandoning the truth like that is just not a part of my playbook. There is only one path before us. Revolution! The time to make Dirk's dream a reality is upon us! Your Eminence! If you are the law here in Khura'in, then your very existence is wrong!
Does your desperate bleating know no end?
I know it's a bit late to ask, but what's the plan? Well, if Gran is going to execute us on the spot under the Defense Culpability Act, and the law itself derives its power from the authority of the Crown, then there's only one thing to do. We dethrone her right here, right now. But, alright. But how? It's not like we have a lot of time to come up with a way to do it either. I doubt she'll allow you to perform another cross-examination while we think. Don't worry.
I'll come up with something. We'll be fine. We can't give up yet. Not now. Gotta keep on fighting to the end. We can't allow these broken trials to go on. It's time to make things right.
Oh, here's the Brain Blast.
If I accuse Garan, Nayuta will be subject to the Defense Culpability Act, which means they will be put to death in accordance with the law. So, the only way out is to dethrone Garan right now. Could this be the key to dethroning Garan? I think it might be the orb, because Maya and Rayfa are both mortal right now, and Garan seems very keen on killing me.
Oh, Evelyn's here.
I think it's the Founder's Orb.
Yeah.
The Founder's Orb, the key to revolution. Dirk was convinced that the orb is the key to the revolution and Karine's future. In light of Garan's obsession with the orb, it makes a large amount of sense. She probably doesn't want anyone using it to gain spiritual powers. And the rights to the throne. Inga definitely tried to do just that, but that's where it starts to fall apart. Inga couldn't have channeled the Founder, even after abducting Miss Faye after all. He didn't know the Founder's name. Inga didn't know the Founder's name. The name of the Founder is only known to those who become Queen. That means the only people who currently know her name are Garan and Amara. So even if someone else had the orb, they wouldn't be able to channel the Founder. That begs the question, why is Garan so fixated on the orb? Okay, let's not overthink this. Garan is obsessed with the orb because she wants to clear her name. It's a national treasure. I fucking knew it! I knew it! She can't channel! Garan wants spiritual power. Could it be? It's hard to believe, but... if she wants spiritual power, does that mean Garan can't channel spirits? That would explain why she had Amara perform the rite of channeling. Is that why she let Amara live? To stand in for her when the time came to channel spirits? So, if Garan can't channel spirits, she'd have no claim to the throne. Garan has no claim to the throne. See you, Space Cowboy. Garan's Defense Culpability Act was established under the Crown's authority. But if she has no claim to the throne, then the DC Act would become null and void. No, not just the DC Act. All of the insane laws she's enacted would be swept away in one fell swoop. You claim the authority of the Crown? You, of all people. That's a good one.
Have you truly lost it, lawyer? Indeed. I would have the defense explain himself at once.
It's easy, Your Majesty. Why is Queen Garan so obsessed with the Founder's Orb? Why did she let Queen Amara live? And why has she been having her mercifulness perform the rite of channeling in her place? The answers to these three questions point to a single conclusion. A fact that will shake this kingdom to its very core. I still do not follow, Apollo. Your Eminence, I just have one question for you. And please, Be honest. You can't actually spirits, can you?
What? You believe the Queen is not capable of communing with the dead?
The defense will explain himself at once.
In Khura'in, the ability to channel spirits is an absolute requirement for a would-be queen. But, Your Eminence, if you were incapable of doing that, then you'd have no claim to the throne. Not only that, but every law you've passed would be rendered null and void. And you, the Garan Royal Guard. You seem to be rather enamored with the Queen's supposed spiritual power. But what if she had none? What if she were just an ordinary person? A pretender to the throne?
That's crazy talk. Impossible! Everyone knows only spirit mediums can...
Such blasphemy! On what grounds do you make such a defamatory claim?
Queen Garan!
I want to see that animated. I don't know. I don't know what that sounded like, but I want to see that animated. Ugh. Ugh. I can't for some reason. Oh no, you can't clip. You okay, Tid? Hopefully. Tidbit just got unseeably small.
Queen Garan! If you think I'm just out to defame you, then prove it! Prove it using this piece of evidence you want so badly. Are we finally going to use the orb? Is this the orb?
I've never been able to clip.
Yeah, if you're just on mobile, I've tried to clip on mobile. It's so difficult.
Take that!
Oh yeah, he's had that in his back pocket the entire time. All of the conditions for summoning the Founder should be in place. With the orb, we know what the Founder looks like. And as Queen, you know the Founder's name. Now, if you would, Your Eminence, please show us the great spiritual power you bear as Grand Priestess of Khura'in. Oh, witness Her Eminence's great power with her own eyes.
Holy Mother will appear before us. Oh, great miracle of miracles!
Praise be Your Eminence. May your mighty spiritual power show us the way.
Oh, fuck, you made them all come over here. You fucker. Enough! Enough, I say! You mindless cretins! Your Eminence, what was that last word? Can it be that you cannot? No, I want a lawyer. Summon one at once.
Objection!
Objection! I am the only lawyer in Khura'in. Aren't you forgetting something? There aren't any lawyers left in Khura'in. You can thank your Defense Culpability Act for that. Your Eminence, please give us a glimpse of your magnificent spiritual power.
Summon her holiest so she may guide us.
I were no.
Garan just switches to this voice.
I have heard enough from you. Out of my sight, all of you.
If you truly are capable of channeling spirits, then get on with it already, Your Eminence.
You
sneaky, underhanded wretch of a lawyer!
That reminds me. You said something to this effect earlier. It is time to cease this insanity.
That is not what I sound like.
Agree to disagree. Don't you feel stupid for saying that now?
Indeed. Of all the things she said, I can think of nothing more ludicrous. Apollo, teach this deceitful, putrid queen a lesson she won't soon forget.
Gladly. Because it really is time to cease this insanity.
Garan! Your reign of terror ends here!
This is so anime.
Very well. Demonstrating my facility as reigning queen. I didn't get to read. Behold the magnificent power to commune with the dead.
Yeah!
Your Eminence! O great spirit of the founder who dwells in the twilight realm, heed the secret covenant of the orb and appear here before us.
Here it comes!
She can't even do a fucking pond.
What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
Ah! Ah! O Spirit of the Founder, grace us with your presence. The time is now. I beseech you, appear before us. Heed my call, Founder. Ah! No, wait. I was just warming up. The rite actually starts now. Look. Holy mother.
Is her body still there?
Prosecutor said Mahi. How is Her Eminence?
It seems she now believes that she herself is the Holy Mother.
That I see. But her attempt at spirit channeling failed, did it not?
Yes, a Magatama of Parting was used upon her in secret, and it did nothing. Sadly, she seems unable to accept the facts. I fear it will be quite a challenge to question her later.
And what, if I may ask, was her motive? I understand that she killed Minister Inga in order to prevent his coup d'etat. But what of her attempt to assassinate Queen Amara 23 years ago?
To become queen herself? Maybe she just craved power and attention.
She likely developed a psychological complex from her inability to channel spirits. That is why she kept Queen Amara alive to perform the rite of channeling for her. In that way, it would seem as if she had great spiritual power. In short, she built a cult of personality upon fears and lies. Then again, do not all tyrants?
Looking at a certain orange Cheeto.
So then, she never really intended to kill Amara.
I'm talking about the Cheeto that looks like Gandalf. That fucking cult's ridiculous. I get mail about them like every week. And you gotta burn him quick, otherwise the spiders get out.
What I don't understand is why Queen Amara even listened to Garan in the first place. Especially 14 years ago, before Rafa was being held hostage. Why would she keep letting the people of Khura'in think she was dead? While she kept quietly performing the rite of channeling for Garan.
My mother is a gentle soul by nature and loves her sister dearly. So when Garan told her to hide because Dirk was out to kill her, she believed it. What's more, she did not wish to tarnish the name of her beloved sister. That is why she acquiesced so obediently to Garan's request to keep channeling for her. Until she fled with Dirk and was told the truth, that is.
So that's what happened. And since Rafa was being held captive, I imagine Amara had no choice but to help cover up the truth behind Inga's murder. Yeah, living secretly as Rafa's servant, Nena. No doubt only deepened her love for her daughter. She'd do anything to keep her safe. All the more reason to hide the painful truth from her.
Well, that was a case for the ages. Prosecutor said Mahi has been cleared of all suspicion in the murder of Minister Inga. And, as has Mr. Dirk said Mahi in the assassination attempt of Queen Amara. Now then, I think it is high time I handed down my verdict on Dirk and Nayuta Sadmohi. Not guilty!
Dirk, I hope you're watching. I proved your innocence. Nayuta's smiling again. And that revolution you've always dreamt of is finally happening.
With this, may I finally say, this court is adjourned.
What happens when it's raining? Does the snow affect the pool of souls? I think that because of how lexical they use the courts for just like, oh, we just use it for these, they would probably legitimately have like a small little thing saying of just like, yeah, whenever it's like raining or it has snowed and the pond is frozen, we just don't do it and we just sentence them to death because we already know they're evil. We haven't needed to do a weather check in 23 years. It's fucking nice.
Way to go, Apollo! I was on the edge of my seat when those guards stormed into the courtroom.
That was a shocker, all right. Ugh. Can't imagine anything like that happening back home.
I know, right? I was ready to go down there and teach him a lesson myself. Yeah.
Really?
I was barely able to hold her back. Hold me back? You were about to go ballistic after a while there, Athena. Yeah, well, I was thinking about helping you smack a few of them down, to be honest.
Remind me to never say or do anything to deserve a Maya Athena double suplex. Where's the art? I want to see the art. Come on. You did a fine job there. You did a fine job out there today, Apollo. Thanks for all the great advice, Mr. Wright. Nah, it was all you. That perseverance and never say die attitude you showed was impressive. I actually learned a thing or two myself.
What? From me? That's a laugh. See, I'm laughing right now. It's a laugh.
There were any number of times where I would have blamed you for giving up. But you stuck it out to the end and came away triumphant by sheer force of will and inner strength forged in countless trials. You overcame the most desperate and hopeless situation I've ever seen.
I don't know about all that. See, it's still a laugh. I'm still laughing.
I mean it. You've really come a long way, Apollo. I've nothing but respect for your abilities as an attorney.
Really? Aren't you exaggerating just a little bit, Mr. Wright?
You did it, Apollo. You finally won his seal of approval. But what about me, Nick? My channelings came a long way, too. After all, I was deemed worthy enough to be used in 2 major crimes already.
Yeah, and 2 major chances for me to become someone for you to channel next. Honestly, I couldn't have done this without the support of each and every person here. Mr. Wright, Athena, Mayuta, and of course, Dirk.
That was pretty cool, Paul.
Wait, no.
Wait.
Wait a minute. I'm going through. It's just like, okay, who calls him Polly? There's only one person who calls him Polly. Excuse me? We're in Karine. Huh? It's
That was pretty cool, Polly.
what? Trucy? Trucy? What are you doing here?
It's magic.
I'm afraid she employed the old let's stow away in Mr. Edgeworth's suitcase trick.
What?
Though it certainly explained why my suitcase was so heavy. Tell me you at least noticed it was heavier than usual.
Trucy? Do you even have a passport? What a question.
My magic panties are an extra-dimensional space. It's like a mini universe in there.
That did not answer my question.
I could produce a passport at the drop of my hat.
Right.
Maybe some things in this world are better left a mystery.
Hornhead! Barbed head! I am forever in your debt for what you've accomplished in this Hall of Justice. Without your presence, I may have never changed as I have this day. It's so pathetic, I know.
That's where you're wrong, your benevolence. It was you who changed yourself. Only you could choose to defy Garan. And that decision was yours and yours alone. That's right. All we did was present you with an opportunity. And you made use of it with gusto. This victory is yours, your benevolence. You should be proud of yourself.
I see. So, I am worthy of my title after all. Ha! I shall work to heal our kingdom so that it may know peace and prosperity once more.
She sure bounced back real quick. So, your benevolence. I take it you learned the truth of your origins. That you are the daughter of Dirk and Queen Amara.
Yes, my mother, Her Eminence told me. She said it was a part of my disciplining.
If you can call it that. Sounds more like blackmail. Keep quiet or I'll tell everyone you're the daughter of a criminal.
My mother was so insufferable, or should I say my former mother.
Sounds like there was no love lost there. Whoa.
But you cleared Dirk's name. My true father will no longer be known as a criminal.
He's also my father. Can't steal that.
Therefore, I have nothing more to fear.
So, what's next for the Kingdom of Khura'in? I mean, you lost your queen, so...
Her benevolence?
Wait, I feel like this is Nayuta. Her benevolence, Princess Rayfa, will ascend to the throne. Ha! Called it!
Nayuta. But she can't channel spirits yet, right?
Indeed, which is why I will act as regent on her behalf. Until the day she comes into her own.
Yes, your help will be greatly appreciated, Prosecutor Sud... Big...
Huh?
Is she gonna say what I think she's gonna?
What are you looking at, you horn-headed nincompoop? Ow!
Ugh.
In any event, I will be assisted by Nayuta and Queen Amara for the time being.
Queen Amara?
Our country offers counsel to the rulers of neighboring kingdoms through channeling. It is a duty I intend to fulfill myself one day. But for now, I will have Queen Amara assist me in that capacity.
So then, she's going to be alright?
Yes, it seems the bullet went straight through her without doing any serious damage.
That's a relief.
You did it, AJ! Thanks to you, both Dirk and Nayuta beat the charges against them! And you got the revolution rolling to boot! Hell yeah!
The revolution! Dirk. Guess you were right to believe in me after all.
Yes, sir! There's going to be some major changes around here. The legal system's going to be returned to its rightful state, like how Dirk always wanted. And the name of Apollo Justice will go down in Khura'in's history.
Yeah, right! Oh, Nayuta. Before I forget, there was something I wanted to give you before I head back home.
You wish to give me something?
Yes. As Dirk's birth child, I think you should have this. Save, 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 save. I think you should channel spirits. Yeah, I think it's the badge.
Take that!
This is Dirk's. Yeah. I have to get back to the States. And I know you're a prosecutor and all. But, as
as the one that's going to change Khura'in, it's only right that you have it. To change Khura'in. Yeah, in Dirk's place. Apollo, I'm afraid I must refuse your gift. What? Why? There is something I would like to show you. Huh? What's this all of a sudden? Mr. Wright, won't you and your friends please join us? Sure.
Oh no, bad ending. No! Ew. Why are we back here?
Former Sadmahi Law Office. So why'd you bring us here, Nayuta? Apollo, I want you to stay here in Khura'in. What? But why? We have lost our queen, and our kingdom stands at a crossroad. Most of all, we will need to rebuild our entire legal system. Naturally, that includes the reintroductions of lawyers to the court. Wait, you're not asking me to... Yes, I want you to take over this law office. With you as a lawyer, and me as a prosecutor, we shall rebuild Khura'in's legal system from the ground up. You want me to help you rebuild the legal system? That's a lot to take in. Apollo, I cannot do this without you. As a lawyer, you are Dirk's spiritual heir. And having studied in America, your legal knowledge will be indispensable. This is way out of my league. The revolution is still in its infancy, but it was Dirk's dream to restore the legal system to its rightful state. Will you not help me realize that dream? Come on, AJ! You know, it's what Dirk would have wanted! Let's do it together. I could be your fancy little cute assistant, eh? You must be taken aback by my sudden request, but please, give it some thought. Of course! I'm honored that you asked. Reminder that this has only been Apollo's known backstory for only 1 to 2 cases. Yeah, but who doesn't want a globe-trotting legal system? Still, I have my job back at the Write Anything agency to consider. Looks at Wright. Don't you worry about that, Apollo. You're effectively fired today. No! Besides, this is something only you can do. Something only I can do? I mean, to be completely honest, our office would be a bit short on firepower without you around, but hey. Mr. Wright.
Actually, I'm sorry, but I can't get on board with this.
Athena?
I mean, there's still so much I want to learn from you, Apollo. That's right, it won't be the same without you. And everyone back home will really miss you too. There's no way I can agree to this. Still, if you really wanted to stay... Yeah, Athena's right. It won't be easy, but...
Athena, Trucy. Apollo. No one but you can make this decision. Know that I will not question whatever choice you make.
Our flight leaves tomorrow morning, Apollo. Think you can make up your mind by then?
I'll try.
Talk about a difficult decision!
Should I go back to the US and continue working at the Write Anything agency? Or should I stay in Khura'in and help Nayuta rebuild the legal system? What's the right thing for me to do? Tempur Temple.
The bus to the airport will be here any minute. I wonder where Apollo is. Do you think he decided to stay here in Khura'in?
Oh, we're playing as Phoenix.
I bet he was up all night thinking. This is a life-changing decision after all. But whatever he decides, I'll have to accept it.
I guess this means no more courtroom battles alongside him.
Hey! Guys!
I'd know that booming voice anywhere!
Whew! I made it! Ugh!
Apollo! You're here! Does this mean you're coming home with us?
Well, about that. Mr. Wright.
Yes?
I've made up my mind.
Here it is. The moment of truth.
And we'll get to it next stream. Thank y'all for watching. This has been great. Oh, titty, why? Because, if you can hear, I'm out of drink, and so the stream has to end. It just has to. Damn it, why do you do this? Get this woman more juice. It's tea. Where is the zippy?
I'm unsubscribing.
No, please, no. Okay, here's the game. It's back. Just tell us. Ah! Okay.
I still have so many things to learn from you. But I've decided to stay in Khura'in.
You're staying? But
I feel I have to pick up where Dirk left off. I can't let his sacrifice go to waste.
I see.
Plus, I want to teach others everything you've taught me about being a lawyer, Mr. Wright.
Apollo.
Dirk's roadmap for the future, and your teachings. I believe that these two things will save the people of this kingdom from further unrest. I want to do this. No! I have to do this!
Apollo. I've never felt prouder. Proud to have such an amazing attorney working under me.
why are you pinging me? This is my stream. Why are you pinging me, doll? What did Doll say? Tidbit inciting bigger revolution than Garan. Trissy lost her brother. Oh yeah! And Nick never told. Why is that never gonna be revealed? Come on! But someday. Yeah, the only way Apollo stays with the crew is if you do an absolutely perfect run through the game. And there was that one moment in case number 3, I think it was, that I lost 1 health point. So we can't do it. What did he just say? But someday, I'll return to the US. Once the new legal system here is firmly in place, I'll be back. Scout's honor. Will we really see you again, Apollo? You bet. Not that I have any idea how long it'll be, but I promise you this, everyone. I'll keep on learning and growing, and I'll come back to the US an even better lawyer. So don't you forget about me. Of course we won't, Apollo. There will always be a spot waiting for you back at the office. In the meantime, we'll be rooting for you. So, knock 'em dead. You got it, Mr. Wright! I'm gonna miss you, Polly. But if this is it, then I'm going to support your choice all the way. Thanks, Trucy. Good luck with your magic act. I know you'll do Troop Grammaire proud. I'll be cheering for you, Apollo. But don't think you're the only one with room to grow. The next time we meet, you probably won't even recognize me. In other words, game on? Get your game on. You bet, and I'm gonna win. I'm gonna miss you too, Apollo. But I can't wait to see where your new adventure will take you. Well, there's our bus. I guess this is it, Apollo. I'll never forget everything you've done for me, Mr. Wright. Wait, since we're new, we can see the boy's age. It's 24. 25. Yeah. Damn. 5-year difference between these two. With vocal cords made of steel. I don't know how I'll ever repay you. Here's to seeing you back in the US again someday. Until then, you know where to find me. The legacy of those who came before us. Is handed down from parent to child. And from mentor to disciple. We must never stall or stagnate, but continue to grow and change. All that we've been taught, the beliefs and convictions that have been passed down to us, we must continue to nurture them so we, in turn, can pass them on to the next generation.
Are you really sure you're okay with him staying, boss?
Uh-huh. I always figured he'd leave the nest someday.
Aw.
Oh, I think they're almost here.
Just a little. Got it. Huh?
Why don't we go and check it out, AJ?
That's not their voice. Justice Law Offices. Shabby Shack. All right. Go on, Mr. Hat. Introduce yourself.
I'm the amazing Mr. Hat. Nice to meet you. I wanted to take this opportunity to announce my surrender to you.
It seems Mr. Hat doesn't want Apollo to leave.
The fierce rivals, you know. I can't let them home this spotlight.
It's just not the same without Polly, is it?
Yeah, I kind of miss him.
I know. We should go visit him in Karine.
Right, it's the gauntlet. I forgot about this. Oh no!
Okay. After seeing Mr. Justice in action, what can I do for Karine? Then it came to me. Tourism! That's what! I'll develop Karine's tourism industry and bring over more visitors. I'll roll out a night tourist center, and I'll make a museum dedicated to the Defiant Dragons. Boy, the ideas just keep coming. I'm like 10 years old now.
I want to congratulate you on becoming a forensic investigator, Detective Sky.
Thank you, but Prosecutor said Mahi says that they... Oh my gosh. So starting tomorrow, I'll be working in Karine.
Look at it this way. It'll be sure to be an expensive experience.
True. Plus, I can't let the kids Ah! I'll see what I can do for Karine's revolution.
Ha! Well, challenges have a few ways. Look forward to our next investigation.
It's going too fast! Help! Darn that forehead face! Ever since he revealed the secret foreign teleportation trick, show requests have totally dipped! We'll be on some... Maybe we should take Juicy up on her offer. She said we could make her use missions at the... Shut up! I'm going to show her up someday! Nothing fires you up but bitter rivalry. Oh no. Karine is just like this child right now, full of life. I have faith that Dirk and my darling Kuras.
Have no fear. We'll see Dirk's legacy through to the end. And just for the junior there, here's the secret to being a man amongst men. Behold the death's pose.
Oh, it sounds like...
You're too slow. Come on, little guy. Don't be shy. I can speak fast. I can speak really fast. I can even read all these. Lead 3D character modeler. 3D character modeler. Yosu Kondo. Human Nishinoma.
I've been pulling double duty ever since Apollo left, but that's okay. I'm gonna make Simon recognize me for the awesome lawyer I am. She's quaking in her boots. Shush, Widget! I can do it, and I will! Mr. Wright will be calling me his right-hand woman from now on. Let's do this. Why is it so fast? Help!
Bucky, how dare you deliver my orders in such... Don't be mad, Simon. I was his huge boy. He's fine. He's right. You great big pillock. I just lost my appetite because of you. What do you say, old chum?
What the fuck is going on? Help! Help! Help!
That trial the other day really inspired me. I even created a Rakugo routine based on it. It's a mystery story that keeps flipping the audience's thinking on their head. It's called The Scary Udon Noodle.
You're giving away too much in the act.
Keeping the Tornado School going is our way of paying penance and repaying our debt. That includes Rakugo training for that kid.
With my newfound mobility, even ancient ruins and their facilities' shiny team ratings are no match for me.
The university where my father worked is letting me help for a little bit. One day, I'll discover an unknown ancient civilization and be dedicated to it.
I'm also going to be digging in Khura'in soon. That private justice had better not be slacking off.
I'm going to be super busy now that I'm the head of the Khura'in family. Don't worry, Mystic Maya. I will do whatever I... Thanks, Pearly! Our first order of business will be to revolutionize Khura'in. I have an idea. How about opening a store where we can buy new outfits like city girls? Well, look who's all grown up. But I think there's a few more pressing matters to take care of. Yeah, you're right. I guess it will be a while. Ah! Mother! Now that I have stopped being... I want a new Nana. I was wondering when you would be willing to serve you. You are quite a handful, after all. I am? With a simple wave of your hand, you would have your attire changed, meals prepared, and even... To think I put you under such undue burden. Fear not, Rafa. You have plenty of time in which to make amends. Perhaps you could start with one of your famous... Ah!
Her benevolence has taken to calling me Braidhead. Even worse, she trembles and her face turns... What have I deserved? While it's true it's merciless within the Hall of Justice, to be given such a dismissive name is entirely uncalled for. Oh, what am I to do? Perhaps I should consult Apollo about this. What do you mean she gives nicknames? 'Cause she likes them. What?
How is he doing, Mr. Wright?
Great. He's a respectable lawyer now. He even has his own practice hall called Law...
Thank you. This would have been possible without you.
Oh, before I forget, I made a copy of this photo for you.
A photo? Oh, Jove. It is so good to see him again.
Don't you think it's about time we told them? After all, they've both grown into fine young people.
Yes, you are right. Perhaps it is time they knew.
Look at the pasta. What is happening? That is from the first game. Wow. It's plastic pasta. It's a fake. So, what's everyone's thoughts? Until kind of today, I honestly thought it was going to be Amara, and then it was going to be really sad that it's like, oh, all this had to happen. And I'm surprised that they were able to twist it of just like, nope, Amara has an ironclad alibi, the channeling. And then it led into the fact that Garan can't channel, and that's how you get rid of the DCI. That ending was just, it was so many dominoes that came together. It was so good. Those two bunnies are cute. One of them's a bunny, one of them's a bat. Batty and Bonnie. Did they? It looks like the 2-5 was perfectly paired with Tarrust's crotch. I love seeing you have fun, Tid. You're a great voice actor. Thank you. But now, I don't know what to do.
well, I do know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do the secret thing next week. It's not gonna be Ace Attorney, so... Fuck, I need a thumbnail for that. The secret thing, then DLC. Yeah, but I gotta figure out how to make a thumbnail for that without... Oh, you can help. Yeah, that'd be nice. But yeah, there's gonna be... I make thumbnail? Me, pick me! Ooh! I mean, Doll knows what's happening. They're the one who suggested the secret, but it would be fun to have an Ibby thumbnail. But the issue that I'm running into right now is I don't know how to find an image for it to make a thumbnail without spoiling myself. Because I've never heard of this before Doll showed it to me. I'll work it out. I can handle it. Doll's got it. Okay.
Capcom. Putter of spyware.
Oh, we're back here. What's a photo? Dear Mr. Wright, I cannot believe it. They already... I can't read the rest of it. It's too far away.
Dear Mr. Wright, I can't believe it's already been a few months since I decided to stay. I'm sorry I haven't been good about keeping in touch, but things have already been really hectic. Rebuilding a legal system I'm not yet familiar with has been a real challenge. But I will say, it's given me plenty of work to keep me busy.
Have you not given the autopsy report even a cursory glance, Mr. Justice?
It's just, I have 15 clients on my plate right now. Though I probably shouldn't have accepted all 15 at the same time. Oh, please! Are you going to help me rebuild Kharine's legal system or not? If you are, we need to move through this case backlog faster! Yeah, I know, but... Besides, those 15 are only the beginning. There are 10 more awaiting your services. Huh?
I too have friends and acquaintances seeking legal representation. And being that you are the only lawyer in the country, I told them to contact you. I estimate it will only add about 16 clients to your caseload.
Huh? Huh? Wait, just 1 minute.
I have been handing out advertisements for your new office. They read, from legal advice to investigating extramarital affairs. From legal advice to investigating extramarital affairs, even yak milking. For a limited time only, these services and more are free down at Justice Law Offices. I have already received requests from 380 new clients.
I'm gonna just go take a dip in the Twilight Realm for a second. I'm gonna have to say something, aren't I? I trust you did your Cords of Steel exercise this morning. Well, go on. There's no need to hold back.
Now that you mention it, we haven't yet heard you shout today.
Yes, and I have grown quite drowsy from these tedious proceedings. I could use a loud something to wake me up. Do not disappoint me, Hornhead.
There's really only one thing to say at a time like this. Objection! It's a word I've said countless times in my career,
but I'll never tire of it.
Objection!
Woo! We're only 30 minutes past 3. Yay!
Huzzah! And then there's this special one that we have yet to do. Look at pictures, taps fingers. Hey. Okay. Welcome to the Orchestra Hall, the Art Library, the Animation Studio, and accolades. Let's go into the Art Library. No, my edit screenshot. Oh! DMs. Oh, okay. Tidbit, I wasn't paying attention to any of the streams. Do it all again. I could do a very quick of just like go through every single case with the key visual illustrations. But I won't. Okay. And now that I actually have like a stream background, this won't make the screen just go black. Whew. Game exit. Thank you, Ibby. Train station. Oh, you got it. Okay. Doll, it's extremely hard to get around the DMs with you. Okay, but what? Ta-da! This is a great edit. I don't know who the character... Wait, is that a Genshin? Is that a Genshin? Yeah, I think that's like... I think that's a Genshin. What do you mean you don't know either? Doll, you made this. Oh yeah, this is Starbuck. And here's a more accurate rendition. I wanted to make Pio a mouse pad, but his titties are too big. What do you mean? Wow. That's Lisa, or wherever her name is. Ted keeps ignoring me. Someone's trapped in the well. Oh, Lisa, the woman that flirts with you. Take a breather, Tidbit. I'm gonna take a big breather after stream. I'm just gonna chillax with like a podcast and just not talk for a while. Because, wow! Get yourself some more tea. Yeah, I might do that as well. Who knows? That's cool. Stay chilling. Thank you all for showing up for the big old finale of the main story. Next time, we will not be coming back to Apollo Justice trilogy, but we will eventually come back to it. I don't know how long this extra secret thing is gonna be, but it takes precedence because Doll tells me it's perfect timing to do it on Valentine's week. So, ta-da! Special Valentine's stream next week with something that I don't know if it's gonna be a multi-parter. Doll? Is it gonna be a multi-parter? You think so? Okay. Hopefully, we will not forget Apollo Justice and the Time Traveler's turnabout. which is kind of fitting because it's like we're going to disappear for a while and then we're going to come back and it's going to be like, ha! Sadma, he still hasn't changed. Which, I know, Doll, you were harping on about that, but seeing that it was officially, it's just like, oh, Nayuta was working with Garan because they were scared of someone dying. I feel that is, like, good enough charge that it's just like, Nayuta's not really paying attention. They're not taking in what's been happening. They're just doing their job, being really annoying about it because they're like, I just need to get through this and eventually they'll all be safe. Eventually I can be free of this. But that doesn't explain them being an asshole over and over again. Like I just said, that they're not taking in anything. They're not learning. They're not experiencing. They're just walking around like a husk. And they're just kind of mimicking Garan. There's compliance, and then there's them being the worst. Simon! Yeah, I kind of like that writing a little. Garan was better! Well, yeah, because Nayuta was an asshole because they weren't really themselves that entire time. They're kind of in survival mode or something, right? Yeah, it's just like, fuck you, I'm getting mine. It's just no one else matters in their mind. It's just the goal. And if you're not part of that plan, I will defend it. All three of these games have been very good. There's been a few chinks and stuff, but that, I don't think that's a chink. I think once you get to the end, it just comes together. It makes sense in this universe. So don't explain the story to me in Muppet terms. Well, I don't know Muppet terms. Queen got me again. Simon acted for someone else. Yeah, but he had like a whole code of honor and stuff, and he thought he killed someone. Nayuta's in a very different situation than Simon. Just because they're both prosecutors and both butts to you, it doesn't mean the situations around them are the same. I will agree with you on the fact that it's just like the case number 4, was it? The one with the Rakugo artists? That was a sad ending. And it's just like, oh, great. Both were protecting by being stubborn, but Simon was way better. Maybe there's the thing of where it's just like, hey, what if we did have a character who didn't learn and was an asshole the whole way through? It's new. It's different from all the other ones. You can't say that Nayuta is the exact same as someone else, but worse. They did their own thing. Wella, hey, is Rick and Morty... No. In fact, it's ending the stream time. So come back next week, subscribe so you're notified. Noon, PST, we're having the special Valentine's stream. If I can't get the thumbnail for it, it's probably just going to be a big old heart with a number in it. Yeah, this was fun. I love doing these voices. I want to do something after the Apollo Justice trilogy, but I don't know what. So, if any of y'all have suggestions, contact me. Put some comments in the video when this is over. Talk to me on Discord if you got that, or in the station if you got that. Tell me games that you think would be good to play on stream. But also know, I am a free-to-play bugger. I don't have a lot of money. So, I'll have a list. I don't know if I'll get to all of them. And I don't know if I'll be able to buy all of them. Trust me, I've been looking in through my Steam library to find another good visual novel. And I can't find anything. Did you check it twice? I have not checked it twice. Toontown. That's... maybe as a one-off stream? But... okay, I'm rambling. I must disappear.